Just the other day, I got an inquiry from a former window cleaner who, well, he spent over £2,000 on high pressure rigs, custom van racks, the absolute works. And then on an £800 domestic job, he went and stripped delicate monocouche render right off the wall because he applied raw sodium hypochlorite with zero surfactant. That right there is what I call the van setup trap. You see it all the time in this industry. Guys think they need a £10,000 custom van build before they can even take a single booking. But a basic low pressure applicator or even a simple budget chemical setup paired with proper dilution science will give you safer, far cleaner results than a 4,000 psi jet washer ever could. Pressure tears things up. Chemistry does the heavy lifting. Let us talk about the science of surface cling for a second, because this is where the real work happens. When you combine sodium hypochlorite with a dedicated bleach-compatible surfactant like Cleverwash, you actually lower your active chemical consumption. Why? Because the surfactant reduces surface tension, letting the solution cling to vertical render instead of running straight down into the flower beds. That increased dwell time means the chemical actually has time to break down the organic growth on the wall. And as for protecting garden foliage, you stick to the simple pre-wetting rules. You soak the plants with fresh water before you spray, keep them wet while you work, and rinse afterward. Dilution is your best friend on site. Looking back at early trade mistakes I saw years ago, blokes were throwing household washing up liquid into bleach, or just guessing mix ratios straight out of a bucket. Washing up liquid is not bleach compatible. Doing that can off-gas toxic fumes, break down your chemical, and ruin expensive render in minutes. You simply have to understand the chemistry before you go spending thousands on glossy kit. If you do not respect the surface, no fancy rig in the world is going to save you from paying out a damage claim. You have to know what you are applying, why you are applying it, and how that specific surface is going to react. Now, once you get the fundamental chemistry right, that is when you can build a proper business model using a dual treatment maintenance strategy. You use your sodium hypochlorite for that instant oxidation, getting the immediate visual cleanup that makes the customer gasp. But then you follow up with a residual biocide like DDAC, something like Softwash Pro 50. That second step kills remaining spores at the root and prevents green algae from returning for months, even years. Suddenly, you are not just doing a single £300 clean and walking away forever. You are turning that job into an ongoing £150 annual maintenance plan for roofs, render, and driveways. The customer gets long-term protection, and you get predictable recurring revenue. What about complex surface challenges, though? Say you show up to a job and there is red rust staining bleeding out of a wall fixing onto coloured render. If you hit that with high pressure or keep blasting it with strong bleach, you are going to damage the render, and re-rendering a house can easily cost £3,000 or more. You use a specialised gentle acid treatment like RustX Pro instead. It lifts the iron oxide stain safely without eating the substrate. That level of problem solving separates the professionals from the splash and dash operators. And frankly, your paperwork is your competitive moat here. Moving away from verbal quotes and back-of-the-envelope numbers to structured site surveys and professional RAMS packs, risk assessment and method statement documents, is how you secure commercial accounts. Commercial clients and property managers do not buy on cheap prices alone. They buy on compliance, safety, and reliability. They need to know you hold public liability, understand COSH, and carry formal documentation for every chemical on your van. Raising industry standards across the UK is what we live and breathe at Softwash UK. If you want to scale your business beyond site guesswork, take the CPD Certified Softwash training course over at softwashing.uk. You get listed on the approved Softwash applicator network, join the National Association of Softwash Community, and build a business based on real knowledge and safe practice. Learn the science, protect the surface, and the rewards will follow.